My name is Lungile Mbatha. I am what you call a corporati, which is basically a person who's been in a private sector kind of career for almost all of their lives. I've just discovered we are called corporatis. And my career has been in sales and mainly focused on FMCG, or what people call CPG companies. And currently I'm working for the Coca Cola company as the head of customer and channel strategy for the Southern Eastern business unit. First, I think words to live by change over time. That's one thing I've realized growing up. When I was younger, I was all about this live, learn, love and share sort of spirit, because that's what I believe. As much as that is still part of my core and things that sort of are in the back of my mind and things that help me shape my decisions every day, the older I got, authenticity was the word that became my word to live by, because I see a lot of people struggle with trying to be something else, trying to do that something that society expects them to do, but at the end of the day not really being happy because you're not being authentic to yourself. So for me, authenticity and being true to myself is the word that I live by, and I cover that with that attitude of let's see. What makes me wake up is the drive in me to actually reach my highest potential. I come from a rural village in KZN. I won't say I've had a rough life, no, but I know what a rough life looks like, and what drives me is to be able to say I come from that area. I've been able to make it to places where maybe half of the people from the place I come from have never been, have never done, and be able to inspire a young girl growing up there right now to know that it's actually possible to actually move to your highest potential and follow the journey and get to places other people haven't been to, because I guess the presence of an example is just a confirmation that it is possible. The one thing I heard growing up, I don't know whether it was a class or church, but someone said the richest place on earth when it comes to intellectual power is actually the cemetery. And from there, I was like, what does this guy mean? And he said a lot of people have died haven't used their full potential, the full gift that God has given them when it comes to either their brain or everything, because they were just afraid to do and try. And therefore, for me, what made me fearless was that whole thing of I've got to be able to at least use 50-75% of my brain before I die. I can't be part of the riches that is in the cemetery, but also just the part that it's that part again of using my full potential as a human and exercising my whole potential. Therefore, I'm like, anyway, the fear of being mediocre, the fear of not doing what you could have done, actually makes me end up saying fear should be there, but it should actually propel you forward versus bind you. There's no perfect way to do things, no perfect time to do things. So sometimes you just have to do it, and again, back to the attitude I live by, and see what happens. And most of the time, if you fail, you learn something out of it. If it works, it will work. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is you hear no, and that's it. So one is just do it and don't necessarily perfect it to timing all the time.